How goes it? Good to see ya. We are going to be doing a little bit of everything. We're going to work on the neon teapots first, and then we are going to do the little bit of work that we can on the purple vase. And then I need to do some cleaning and some reorganizing of my inventory and stock and stuff. So lucky you guys, you get to come and hang out with me. Hi, Cara. How you doing? Good to see ya. What's new and exciting? How you been? Happy Friday. All right, I got my pop and my water. I think I am good to go. Oh, that was a good chug of some nice cold pop. Something so satisfying about that. You're doing good? Wonderful. Wonderful. So we're going to continue on with this a little bit today. I'm going to find my other neon bliss drops. They must be hiding back here. It's been clutter chaos. Been working on your sweater? Wonderful. How's it coming? Are you pleased with the progress? I'm sure it's beautiful. So we're going to continue on with these rows of dots here today, and then we'll get some done over here. I'm thinking I have these paw prints to take off because they're the multicolored paw prints, right? We were going to use the multicolored paw prints or just the pink. I can't remember, but one of them has to come off. So I'm going to have to figure that out today, see if I can remember. Because I can't remember. For the life of me, I can't remember. It's coming good and you're happy with how it's turning out? Wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. That's so good. What are you up to this weekend? Anything fun? Maybe I'll get to hang out with you tomorrow evening if you're around for the live tomorrow evening. That'd be nice. That'd be lovely. All right, so now let's do the green. I'm just checking to make sure that they're not plugged up. No plans for this weekend? What's your weather supposed to be like? We're finally getting some sun here. How are you doing there? Oh, I've got so much crap everywhere, Car. It's driving me nuts. If anybody is watching this on the replay, and first of all, thank you so much for watching on the replay. And if you are new to my lives, welcome. My name is Jamie. No real structure to these lives. We just get together and hang out as often as we can. Happy to answer any questions at all. I do workshops on my Patreon. I've got written patterns for dot mandalas on my website, which is mandalaloveaffair.com. I'm Mandala Love Affair on Patreon too. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I also have a free Patreon membership as well that has some exclusive lives and a members only chat. So if that is something you want to join, again, just take a look for Mandala Love Affair on Patreon, and that is where you will find me. But yeah, so we don't really do workshops or instructional stuff on this. I will always share tips and tricks as I think of them. But we just kind of get together and go with the flow and hang out and see what's what. So welcome. Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoy. Our priority is just having some good time with some good company, talking about and doing something that we really enjoy. And one of those things is, apparently for me, I must enjoy it so much, or I wouldn't do it so much, is unclogging the lids of my paint bottles. The paints that I'm using are bliss drops from our friend Tara at Deserted Bliss. This is not sponsored. She is a friend and an incredibly talented paint maker and artist. So definitely check out Deserted Bliss as well for this line of her paints and her other lines of paints that are just absolute luxury to paint with. Unacceptable, Tina. It's good to see ya. Always good to see ya. How you doing? What's new and exciting? Ouch. So we're going to work on the neon teapot. Then we're going to do a little bit of work on the purple vase. And then if my bed frame comes from Amazon while we're still on the live, I'm going to begin putting that together and we'll hang out doing that. Otherwise, I've got some moving around of inventory and stuff that I want to do. So we might do some of that after too. Nice and sunny. Lovely. We started off the day without a cloud in the sky. It was nice and blue. We've got some clouds rolling in now, but it's not too bad. It's certainly sunny and warm, which is a nice change from all the rain lately. Patty. Hi, lovely. Tina, your piece from Demi's workshop is so beautiful. It's gorgeous. Kick-ass job. All right, so now we need orange and green. We're gonna keep doing these across the top. Is it raining there? Is that a welcome rain for you, Tina, or is it a pain in the ass rain? I've got a couple of these dots that are not at all in a spot where I want them to be, so I'm actually gonna remove some of them. It's mainly the large pink ones. They were set in too far, so it's going to create like a big dent in my lines. Is that the word? I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. How are you anyway? You're painting too. Lovely. What's good on Netflix these days? I haven't been on Netflix in such a long time, and there's a couple of shows that have kind of piqued my interest, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet. Do you have any recommendations? I've decided I'm not going to worry about these dots running together either. As long as they're not like a big blob, I'm not going to worry too much about it. Same with on the handle. There's some here that there's a couple dots that have run together, but they're really not that bad. So I think I'm just going to leave them. I think. Can you guys remember, and Tina, I'm hoping that your memory saves the day yet again. Did we decide we were going to keep the all pink paw prints, or were we going to keep the rainbow paw prints? Do you remember? I cannot for the life of me remember. Cara, I can't remember if you were on that live too. If you remember, or Patty, if anybody remembers, let me know. But I can't remember. Christine, hi, love. Steffi's here too. Hello. Patty, I like drama, and guess who did it shows right now? I'm watching Unseen. Oh, very nice. Very, very cool. All right, so I can't remember either. I feel like we made a pretty solid decision. Maybe I just need to revisit it. I feel like I'm leaning towards the rainbow paw prints today. What do we think about that? Yeah, I'm leaning towards the pink one, the rainbow ones. Now, they're more obviously paw prints on this one, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. What do you think I should do, Cara? What would you do if you were me? Would you do the rainbow ones, or would you do the all pink ones? Christine, got you painting the other night, which got you in the mood for live yesterday. Hell yeah. That's wonderful. Hooray. How was it? Did you have fun? What you been painting? I'm sitting here wondering why I can't see. And it's because I don't have my eyeglasses. So give me 2 seconds, you guys. I'm just going to see if I can put my hands on my eyeglasses, and I'll be right back. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Oh, I'm so glad. That makes me so happy, Christine. I hope you were enjoying it. Thank you, Steffi. You do the rainbow ones? Oh. Okay, let's see. I could do every other, couldn't I? Because I could do pink, rainbow, pink, rainbow, pink, rainbow, pink, rainbow, and that would work. That could be kind of cool, eh? Yeah. So all pink like this. The paw prints do stand out more, don't they? I think they do stand out a lot more. Okay. All right. So you know what I'm going to do then is, okay, so let's stick with the all pink. And then we're going to go here like this, and I'm going to remove the rainbow toe beans, and we'll go from there. I did, Cara. Maybe I'm missing somewhere here to help me help me decide on some designs. Painted a gradient-based stone. Lovely. I'm so glad. That's wonderful. Wonderful to hear. I love it. Relaxation and inspiration. Two pretty damn good outcomes from a live, if you ask me. Okay, I'm not going to paint the pink toe beans today because we're going to keep working on the part that we've been working. I just want to get these off so that they don't cure on there anymore. And there's a little bit of paint that I scraped on here, so I'm going to try and get that off. All right. What's everybody got going on for the weekend? Tina, are you excited for the tissue box workshop? This weekend we are painting a wooden tissue box. We're going to start painting a wooden tissue box, doing brushwork designs. So that is what we're doing for our Patreon workshop this weekend. It starts tomorrow, 2 to 4 p.m. You just need to have a tissue box. You can get one at Michael's, or you can have a bunch of 5-inch square or 5-inch circle canvases or wood panels, because we're going to do different designs on all 4 sides. So even if you don't have a tissue box, this will be like 4 designs in one workshop. I think it's going to be fun. Yay, good, I'm glad. Me too. I think it's going to be fun. My tissue box, it's so funny, because I'm looking around at all the colors that I chose to do some of the backgrounds in. Excuse me, the TPC is starting early today. And the navy that I chose is so close to black, but I still look at it and I'm like, it's like a brand new color. It's like a whole new world. Like, it's still dark. I need to do a couple more light background ones. So I'm excited for the light buttermilk ones. Those are going to be fun. Got your box all sanded and coated. Kick ass. What color did you use for your base coat? And do you guys know yet what colors you're going to use for your brushwork? All right, I'm going to start with the orange dots and see how we can do here. Oh, there's a green dot that I missed. Oh, and that orange dot was way too big. Oh, well. Oh, that's the one that I kept. I thought that was still wet. But it is not. Okay. Bear with me 2 seconds. For anybody who's watching, please know that while I'm painting, I can't see the screen on my phone while I'm painting. So what I'll do is I'll paint for a little bit and then I'll pause and then I'll come back to the comments and catch up on anything that I've missed. I just don't want anybody to think that they're being ignored. I promise I will see your comment and come back to you soon. All right, let's see what else we got here. Gonna spray mine with a matte sealant and use black. Very nice. I'm thinking 4 to 5. I'm thinking 4 to 5. Yeah, I think 4 to 5, but I'm not 100% sure, but around there. I can pull out the color combos that I was looking at the other day again in a little bit if you want to look at them and see the ones that I kind of was bouncing between. Would that be helpful? All right, so let's go with blue. But I don't put my sunglasses right in paint. That would probably be a good idea. So I don't know how many rows of these dots I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to do 3 or if we're going to go 1 more. Probably just the 3. But we'll wait and see. And we're going to cover this whole handle. I figure I'll put a paw print in here. We're going to do a paw print in here as well. Another band of the dots, another paw print, and then we'll have... Or actually, we might bring it down and just do 1 paw print right in the middle there. I was on my phone and fighting the keyboard on a bigger screen now. I hate when the keyboards fight back. I hate when technology fights back like that. But hi. Hope that's going to be better for you. All right, I will do that, Steffi. I will, once we get to the stopping point with this one, which... because of the angles and everything, it's not going to be a long time. I will pull out my iPad and I will pull up the color combos that we looked at. And that I need to do that too, because I need to refresh my memory of what the hell I was thinking. I got all these bottles of paint out, so I've got a whole bunch of them sitting here. I just have to remember which ones were for which projects now. But we can change our mind as often as we want to, which is nice. But we'll see. All right, there's those ones. And now we're gonna go to yellow. Mm-hmm. This teapot is kind of going to be at the same phase as the purple vase, where it needs to sit so often to dry. that I'm going to need to let it sit and dry quite a bit. So it's kind of nice to just get like the few little bits done that you can. And then I'll let it dry. And we'll just keep revisiting these guys over the next little bit. This in the vase, and we'll get it finished. I gave the pink and orange vase to a friend for her birthday, and she loved it. So I was very happy about that. And I do have the green and teal vase that's done too. So it's ready to go on a storage shelf and wait for its next day in the sun, I think. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt this down this way, and we're going to try and map out. I'm going to do the paw print. I'm going to actually, I should set it right in the middle here, the same spot where the other ones are. And then we can continue our rows of dots from the top. And fill in that space. Where's my, there it is. It's okay, Patty. How's Chloe doing? All right, so I'm going to try and paint some of this without this sliding down, but if I have to tilt it more, I will. Holy birds, Batman. Holy cow. Also dealing with dogs and missed stuff. I think I'm going to make my life a little easier, and I'm just going to work my way down the side. In the order that I need to go in. Jeez. They've got a lot to say today. Holy cow. What's going on? Jeez, listen to them go. Holy cow. Oh, if Audrey had a window seat now. What I should have done. That was way too much paint, I think. I think that was too. I think that one's in the wrong spot. That one's, those two I think are too far in from the edge. Let's do those again. Chloe's doing fine, but Marissa's trying. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Patty. Oh, that's so heartbreaking. Need to smell everybody a glass and a half before they can poop. And do the pivot and walk 15 times. Oh, Patty, we're sending so much love. That's heartbreaking. Right? It's hard, right? To be, 22 years. That's incredible. But then at the same time, it's just so much attachment there. So much love. So much history. Give me 2 seconds, you guys. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys, just had to help Mom for a second. She's been having some pretty bad back pain, so she just needed to help her out there for a little bit. Oh, yeah, so much love. It's so hard. They really are. They really, really are. Prior to having pets, because the military made it hard to do so, I had no idea I would love them like my children and willingly empty my account. Yeah, right? And now it's like, well, of course I will. Well, that one's too far over now. Crap. I think we've all sat and had those conversations with our fur babies like, now you're going to be the first animal ever to live forever. I remember seeing some kind of post, and it was, those conversational posts where it's like scientist me, and it goes, scientist says, we've developed the technology that will allow your pets to live an extra 10 years. And then the person says, awesome, let's do it. And they say, well, the only catch is that it's going to cost you 10 ... And they're like, shut up, turn the machine on. Like, it's fine. It's fine. Do it. Do it. They are so important. I get told I'm going to the grave. Yep. Oh, yeah. I saw a pet psychic on TikTok that told me that the animals like to know where we're going and what we're doing and to be kept in the loop with what's going on. So that to me is all I needed to hear to be like, okay, Audrey, I'm going to be back. I'm going to be gone. I even talked to her now about the next day. Like, tomorrow morning it's going to be a little hectic. It's going to be really, really busy, but everything's going to be fine. And yeah, so funny. the things that we do for them, and easily, right? Ah, yay, some Barb hugs. Yeah, exactly. Like, what do I need to do? You need my hand, my foot? What do you need? You got it. There's something stuck in the top of this bottle. How are you doing, Barb? What's new and exciting? What you been up to? They prefer going into the bathroom with you. Yes. Yep. Watching the vulnerable. That's what they do. You're vulnerable when you're peeing. They protect you. I think I'm going to remove that purple dot because I'm not going to get a full row in there. So I think I'll remove that. Yeah, that'll go straight across right above the paw print. Okay. So now I need green. Nope, I had moved you over and more in front of me, and I apologize. I can't keep you there because I can't see squat. And Christine, to answer your comment the other day about how satisfying all of these dots are going to feel, the top section that's dry feels really freaking cool. I completely just went away in my brain. I'm so sorry, you guys. I will try to come back to reality. Fresh flowers, that's so lovely. Go Oilers. Are they getting close? How many more games are there? All right, I'm going to try and... Feels like it's really, really dark. And I've got every light on in here that I can think of, but going for the cup, that's awesome. Thanks, Steffi. But I didn't realize that I was going somewhere else in my brain. I think that's what startled me. I was like, oh, wait a second. I wasn't here just now. I was painting, but I wasn't actually here. So thank you for the understanding. I haven't seen Nicole lately. Has anybody seen Nicole? Is she doing okay? Nicole, if you're watching, just checking in, making sure you're okay, lovely. Hope you're good. Okay, I'll shoot her a message later just to check in. It's so unusual when somebody who's here all the time isn't here. Not that you're not all allowed to have a life without checking in here, but know that we will miss you. And we will think about you and always check in. We can check in with you. You don't have to worry about checking in with us. All right. So I think that's kind of as far as it's going to go for now. But holy crap, that looks cute. Oh, I like that a lot. I want to do a whole teapot with just that. Just stripes like that. Whole thing covered top to bottom. And just throw in a random paw print every once in a while. Oh my God, I love it. Yeah, no random disappearances allowed. There you go. Barb, Patty's painting too. Haven't seen her, but haven't been in. Yeah, well, and that's the hard thing, right? Like, have we just not been in the same place at the same time? Or is there something we're missing? Edmonton's doing great. Freaking touch the cup. Gasped out loud and yelled at my husband who was in the kitchen. Guess they didn't touch it last year. Oh, that's cool. So exciting. All right, I'm going to leave this now to dry for a bit. The trick is going to be, where the hell am I going to put it? So while I am stalling to figure that out, I'm going to put the lids on my paints and we'll figure it out. Sent Nicole live link Wednesday. She was active on Insta yesterday. Okay, good. Just making sure. As long as she's okay. Because again, please know. You are allowed to not be here just as much as anybody else. But we miss you and we love you and we hope you're okay. Yeah, getting poked equals love. That's not what it meant when I was a teenager. Anywho. All right, so I'm going to move. That was terrifying. Hold on a second. Stand up and move it. And then I'm going to grab my iPad and we'll have a look at those color combos, Steffi. Actually, give me 2 seconds, you guys. I'm just going to double check the door and see if my stuff is coming. nothing yet. All right, we're good. So I'm going to grab the iPad and we will have a look at the colors. Oh, bother. I have to do a power off. Sorry, guys. I will grab the bottles of paint that we got out, though, because we got a bunch of those. I'll get out my list drops, my Mirage. And then we'll see if I can remember. I'm going to grab the tissue box that I'm going to use. I feel like it was that one. All right, I'll be right back. Okay. So this is my tissue box, and you're going to say, but it's black. You always use black. I thought you were going to use a different color, and it is a different color. It's navy. You can kind of see the navy in there compared to the black, but only barely. You can see it a lot more in person, but that's okay. All right, let me scroll back. I know, maybe she has a life, right? Like, who are we to judge? Heaven forbid she go on vacation and not check in with all of us. Putting the lids on. I know. Apparently, instead of paint and breathe, it is paint and growth today. But don't worry, I'll regress tomorrow. It's fine. Probably even later tonight. All right. Ooh, didn't realize I was so thirsty. That's exactly, Patty. All depends on who's poking you. Yeah, I did. Yep, hated it, then loved it. Lovely evolution. Patty. Now I have in the Navy stuck in your head. You're welcome. And you can sail the 7 seas. I love you guys. You're awesome. I'm looking over at the colors that are sitting here, and I'm trying to remember which ones went with the navy blue. And I wonder. All right, I'm going to get Pinterest up. Oh, right. I couldn't do it on this. I had to do it on my computer, didn't I? No, I didn't have to do it on my computer. I had to do it through my browser. Right. Right. Because I don't know what the hell account I was logged in under on my other one. Come on. I think it was this one. I think it was this one, wasn't it? With the navy blue in behind? Or was this might have been, maybe. Hang on, let's see. That's right, because we were going to mix like these two colors, these two, to get like that orange in the middle. But I feel like I paused this one. Well, no, these are work. Okay, and then we have like a burgundy up here. And if we mixed that with a little bit of the purple or brown, and then that one with a little bit of a brownish color. So this is the one that I'm looking at here. Let me come back down here. So this is one that I'm looking at, Steffi. I think this is the one for the navy box. All right, let me scroll back. Oh, bite me. Bite me. Bite me. It's fun to be at the YMCA. Yes. TPC does not have poking rates. Exactly. Or the ability. Exactly. Timu sells special attachments. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. Okay, so that's option number 1. Gonna go for a drive. All right, we'll see you later. We don't ever need a bar break, for the record. Just saying. I think we looked at... I looked at this one to see if I could get enough with those colors. We looked at those dark ones. Maybe I should even look at other color combos to go with navy blue. Do you think I should? So yeah, I'm kind of going within the 4 to 5 color range. Ooh, that would be a pretty color combo, wouldn't it? Have the navy on the back. That could be really pretty. I'm afraid it would look a little Christmassy though. I like it, but I'm afraid of Christmassy. What else we got in here? You'll get your color cube out. Perfect. Timu Poker. You can reach lost objects under the seat, poke things, and vacuum their keyboard. Now these colors are interesting me now too. Look at these ones with the navy and the purples. So what if we did, so like this plum color, we've got navy already, right? So then we could have some of the orange, and then we could have maybe that butter yellow, that kind of a butter yellow on top of the navy. What do we think about those? That's an option. Right? So those could be kind of cool. And I could actually get the pink to use with that. Where is that? Is it you? Could use this pink with it to be kind of like this pink down here. But I feel like it's not bright enough. It needs to be like a hot pink. But maybe that would work. We don't need like that, right? Is that the right color on navy? What do we think? So, okay, let's keep that one aside. And I'm gonna go, let's just see what else we got in here. Look at how pretty that is to get those colors. So we have gold, teal, gray, and navy. But I feel like I do navy, the blues so often. I unfortunately don't have anything to swatch it with the proper background color. That's the frustrating part there. However, yeah, cream maybe. Cream in there would be good. How you doing, Asia? Good to see ya. All right, so if we went here, and had those colors with maybe the nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Well, where the hell is it? I literally just used it yesterday. Yesterday? Day before yesterday. I don't even know what stinking day of the week it is. There it is. So what if we went with, we could even go with a couple. We could add a cream. We could also add, where did you go? I just saw you. Where did you go? Here? Here. With like this, I think this one might be the winner, you guys. What if we did like these colors, right? We could even do just those colors, a cream, and no, I don't like that. I need the yellow. And then this like kind of champagne goldy beige. Or, no, I like it better with the yellow. Hi, Lay. How you doing? So then we add these ones together. So those ones, what do we think? Oh, no. Why? So like that. I know, I just don't, I gotta find something that I can paint with it. Can I do this one? No, that's got something on it. All right, we'll use the back of one of these and I'll swatch that and stop it. We will see how it looks. Now, is this my, that's not the same navy, I think. No, that's not the same. Ah, that's the navy. Now, we could also go with, on the navy, I think this is where I was going on the navy with this too. So that's on the navy option number 1. On the I'm going to keep saying it, Tina, so the song stays in your head, okay? Is that helpful? You would think I would have easy access to a piece of paper. However, if I paint on it, I'm screwed. I'd have to go digging for it. Everything's such an absolute godforsaken mess around here. What if I did, I could even do something like that in greens and taupes, but I feel like that's boring, isn't it? But it's not boring. But is it boring? Should do those colors on navy. About to get the baby to nap, busy week, party tomorrow. Oh my goodness. I hope you're able to get some rest before the party. All right, I'm gonna grab this and we'll do a swatch. We'll do a swatch and then we can test both of these color combos. We can test a bunch of them tonight. We can do that for sure. All right, so let's get that swatched. All of my paintbrushes are sitting in dirty paint water. It's absolutely shameful. Shameful. It is love. Tired of singing the Village People? Yeah, it is sort of more boring, and I think it would still be really pretty, but I don't know if it would keep my interest enough. But I do love the earth. I agree though, Steffi. It's one of those things. I think boring might have been a little too harsh of a word. More subdued, perhaps. Definitely doesn't have to be boring. We'll swatch them. We'll swatch them and we'll see tonight. You know what? I can even actually grab the heat gun and I'll swatch it. We can swatch it now. So I was telling you guys about that week of workshops next week. If anybody has not already heard of this, go to workshopweek.co, and it is a free week-long art camp online. And there are a ton of cool different things, from calligraphy to working with Procreate to mixed media painting, watercolor painting, acrylic painting. And I've been trying to help Mom. Mom's been frustrated because she doesn't really have something that she's able to do. She can't crochet anymore. She has a hard time coloring because holding onto the pen is really difficult for her, because she has to hold on to it so tight and apply pressure, right? I was sitting there and thinking, like, I wonder if she would enjoy watercolor, because with watercolor, you can hold the brush so much more loosely and be a little more fluid with it. So we're going to take a couple of those watercolor workshops next week. Both Mom and I are going to take them together. I'm going to go out this weekend and get her some paintbrushes and a watercolor sketchbook and some watercolor paints. And we're going to give that a try. But definitely don't forget that is happening next week. So workshopweek.co. I'm not affiliated with it in any way. It's just a really cool opportunity to learn some cool stuff. All right, let me come back. Sorry, I missed the last few minutes. Groceries arrived. No worries. God, that project I posted, I'm using a cabochon in the center. Oh, yeah. I want to see. Yeah, we were just singing in the Navy. We're talking about all the Navy paint. The Navy. You know the Navy? It's just like that song, In the Navy. We do this all day. That's very... I feel like all the things that while she, of course, gets a benefit out of it, I get a benefit out of it too, right? I feel like it's also very self-serving. But I think it would be wonderful, because then maybe she could be... I said, when I rearrange the living room and take care of the couch and all of that sort of stuff, I said, we can get you an easel, and you can have your own little paint set that you can go out in the living room and just sit and paint. And I said, then you can take workshops and take classes, and like, we want to try and find ways to help her kind of create her own life, and her own routines and some of her own entertainment, and just have some of those things that she can really enjoy. So I'm hoping that it works out really well for her. But thank you for saying that. I'll stop now, Tina, I promise. I'm done now. All right, so let's swatch a couple colors then. Now, a couple of them I'm going to have to mix, I think. Okay, well, let's just see. So if we do... One. I really should be cleaning my brushes. Maybe that's what we'll do in a few minutes. I'll take you to the kitchen and we'll clean my brushes. Should clean all my paint pots while I'm at it. You would think finding paper. Yeah. You'd think that would be an easy solution. However. All right, and then it was the orange. And the orange I would probably even mix to be a bit of a darker orange. I wonder if more of a scarlet orange would be better. I feel like scarlet would be better. Let's try that. So the plum is very, very dark, which means it's going to dry even darker. So what I might end up doing in that image, there was some brighter purple added to the plum. So we can always do that. And we can do that in a couple of different ways too, right? I can do that with different colors of paint, like adding a bright purple and do two-colored swoops, two-tone swoops. But we'll see. All right, let me scroll back. My Alexa is currently singing it and tried to sing YMCX. I told her to shut up and she told me the weather. Isn't she wonderful? I love her too. And it's all about easy and how to create some fun stuff. Exactly. We found a couple things on YouTube for her too that are like what's it? Shit. Like just easy and simple flowers. And so we found a couple channels for her to follow there too. I think it would be really cool. I'd love to see her, join some Patreons and she's even talking about filming it and creating her own Instagram. I think that would be kind of cool too. Not loving this that much. Oh, now wait a minute. Hold on a second. What if we did... Let's get you over here. What if we did these ones on a navy background? Like instead of, and not the brown, but we did like the greens and pinks. What if we did that? What do you think? I'm never going to be able to make a damn decision. Lord love a duck. Let me see. What are you? No, not you. Not you. Not you. So if I mixed kind of... So if we had like that green, but mixed it like... We'd have to... I'm going to have to mix some. I don't want to do that. Not today. But maybe. Those would be pretty. I think... I don't know. Yeah, lime green would be good. I definitely will share Mom's handle with you when she does it. Alexis doesn't like passive aggressive. Love the cardstock, but you can't base coat. Yeah. That's a good idea though, Patty. I will definitely check that out and get some black cardstock. And some black watercolor paper might work good too. I think it would be cool to do that and then have like little pieces, because then I could even have watercolor paper and then base coat it with other colors and put the swatches and you could even glue them into the book. Now, there's always this. This color scheme would be, right, we would have our excuse me, the pink, and let's say we want ultramarine blue? No, we want cobalt blue. Like cobalt blue. Or is that too peacocky? Peacocky? Is that a word? And Lay, I'm so sorry I didn't come back and say more than hi. How are you doing? This is too hard. All right. This is what we're going to do. We're going to start and do something different here. I want a navy color. I want a color palette with a navy background. Stop. So, color palette with navy. Hi, Lorna. How are ya? It's good to see ya. Yeah, did you and your hubby do any painting? We're doing good, Lorna. Thank you so much for asking. Listening and sitting a bit. Very nice. Warm today. Mom is in the attic, so I don't want to move too much. Very makes a lot of sense. Must be pretty warm up there. I'm still stuck on color palettes with navy. Now here might be one that we can jump on really quick. We could do, so this would be like our sage green. So if we did like a sage green. Oh, I don't know. No, I'm still gonna have to mix. Son of a beehive. All right. I read a book called Flowers in the Attic. Oh, ugh. If you look at your paint bottles and hold them together, you probably do a lot better than Pinterest. I know, but I don't even know where to start. That's my problem, is I don't even know where to start with it. Maybe it was one like this that we were looking at. I feel like we were looking at one like this for On the Navy. I feel like it was the navy. Woo! And a paint booger. Like it was the, let's try this. Hold on. Now it's starting to come back a little bit. We had, here, hang on. I'm going to swatch them. Hold on. Hold, please. Ah! Okay. It's happening in my brain. So let's see if I can get this. And I'm going to get the paint off of my iPad screen, which would be nice. So, all right. So first is going to be that color. That's more beige. So where is my purple gray? That's too light. It's like the three little piggies. That one's too warm, and that one's too cold, and that one's just right. You maybe? You might be a better one. Let's see. Let's see, this one might be a better one. Can't find Deco Art Titanium? What? What do they have instead for a pure white? Do they have them in the large ones, Steffi? Sometimes I find if they don't have them in the small ones, they sometimes still have them in the large ones. I think I figured it out here, guys. hold the line with me for a second. We've got a couple to try here, but I think we're closer to figuring this out. And I'm closer to getting buried under all of these paints that I keep setting here on my table and not doing anything with them. They do have the 8 ounces. Okay. That's okay. I think lime green, hot pink, white, and something. That's the Leah Steph color palette. It is a good one, though. I would think that this is the one we were looking at, though, because I had these colors out. I'm not a fan of orange and teal together. Yeah, this will work. This will work. We're going to do this. Yeah, it is going to take a while to make a decision for sure. My husband has everything lined up nicely on the table. Lovely. And the large one was full of goopy chunks. Oh, yuck. That's terrible. You're going to have so much fun, Lorna. I don't know if this is the right color either, is it? No, that's too green. Okay, one more try. Hold, please. Actually, not one more try. I think I might have a couple more under here. Let's see. Ooh, my table. What do we have in here? Oh, we have a nice... Well, it's the same rose gold, I think, right? Yes, rose gold. Okay. So that's my rose gold. Where's my other taupes, though? Maybe that is it. Huh. All right, one more to try. I think this is going to be the one. All right. Where did I put my thing? There it is. He is all for it tonight. It is fantastic. Yeah, buy some deco art in Canada and stock up for sure. For sure. Yes. That's a really good piece of advice, Tina. Thanks for mentioning that. You want to make sure that your piece is base coated in plenty of time for it to dry. No, that's still way lighter. I wonder... That's fine. Let's look at the other ones. We don't need that color. Let's look at the other colors. So if I do... Is it you? I think it's you. Yes. We've got you. It's not quite pink enough, is it? It's almost a little too light. Okay, let me try another one. This one's a little bit better. This one might be, actually. This one's a little less peachy. Yep, black is good. Black is perfect. I do have buttermilk, yep. I have buttermilk and light buttermilk. Let's see if I can match these ones down here, though. I think this one's going to be better. Yep. Super light pink there. And what if we do... that pink and light buttermilk as the two-tone. Right? Yeah, what's in your trunk? A lot of titanium. Yeah, black is a good one to start with. I've got cotton candy, and that's this one. I think that one matches pretty good. So then it's going to be a rose gold and then a regular gold maybe. So if we do, there's your regular buttermilk, or your light buttermilk, sorry. And then where do I have regular buttermilk? So we could do both shades. I kind of like the gray one too. I don't know if we need both shades of buttermilk though, but I kind of like the gray taupey one too. Let's see. This is regular buttermilk. It's a little bit darker, but we could use it as another mixing color. Now, what if we did something like the plum with it too? Okay, so that is buttermilk, light buttermilk, cotton candy. Let's just see. I don't know if I need both of the buttermilks. What do you guys think? I could use both of the buttermilks, but... And then there's... I do like that taupe there as well. Okay, we're getting closer, you guys, because we're going to do some two-tone brush strokes with these two. All right, let me check on the rose gold and see how it looks there. Oh, for mixing them. Oh. Oh. Wow. On the blush pink one? All right, hold on a second. Let's see what we can do here. Bear with me one sec. Buttermilk is the darker and the light buttermilk is that cream one there. This is cotton candy. This is morning mist. All right, so let's try that. So hold on. I'm gonna do something weird. Because, oh, there we go, perfect. I don't have a palette to mix in, so I'm just gonna use this, and let's see what this color and buttermilk looks like together. It's like one of those color mixing videos. So do we add this one in here too? I'm not sure. But let me try something else though, because I've got another idea. What if we mixed it with some of the plum? Oh, my paint's not mixed up enough. Shoot, hold on. Uno momento. Because that could work. That's not going to show us properly because that wasn't the right pigment, but... Still a little... Hang on. Let's see. just got to get this paint mixed up. One sec. Okay, so let's try something else here. I'm going to try the Cotton Candy, which is the light pink one. And let's try this again. Hold on. So we're going to go Cotton Candy, like so. And then let's add in a little bit of the plum. That's a pretty color. Look at that. Okay, so let's try this. Are you ready? So we go 1. I feel like I've used this color combo before. Let's see if we make it a little bit darker. Let's see what happens. I'm adding one more drop of the plum to that pink. Oh, this might be the one. This is the one. Wait till you see this one. You ready? This is pretty. Look at this color. That kind of pinky color. So this is the color that it is on the palette. And then I'll do some swoops for each of the others here. Do we like it? Your husband sanded already, Lorna? Awesome. I'm excited for you. So if we do that, and then we do that color. I feel like I've done this painting before. I feel like this was my brushwork painting that I did before. I feel like I've used all of these colors before. So I'm really sorry, you guys, but I have to move on from this one because this one's bugging me now because I feel like I've done this one on a big canvas, at least with that pink. So we're going to scrap that pink. As pretty as it is, I feel like I've done it or something very, very, very similar. So let's try something else. I've got another idea. Let's try this. So we have number 1. I like it with these 2 greens, honestly. So that one. No, I'm still, okay. I'm going to have to give up on this one for a little bit because I'm banging my head against a wall here. So I need to sit with these for a little bit and see what feels like it's going to be what I want to do. Because right now I'm a little stumped and I don't have anywhere to mix colors to kind of try and work through it. It is a really pretty pink. So pink. I love Jamie's ability to just say, nah. Yeah, well, yeah, I feel like I've done it. All right, so we're going to, let's see. Back to the drawing board. Now, here's a cool one. All right. There we go. So we could use that color. Well, we could use it, but just do plums and the blue and the kind of orangey. But I don't have that color. Shit. But I could do it without that color. But that would be... What could I do with that? What if... Okay, I'm going to try mixing something over here for a second. Because... That's the hard part. The online palettes are speaking to me very, very loudly, but they're not giving me colors that I already have. Really don't feel like mixing. However, okay, so I don't want to do teal again. I already said that. But doing like a plum and purple, dusty blue. I know I had another blue that was a nicer one than that. But where would it be? This one. So if we had, nope, not this one. This one. Hang on. I still don't know how I'm going to mix that orange. A little bit of brown and... So if I added a little bit more blue in there, if I used those colors to kind of come up with a combination of those two, and then how could I create that, do you think? Let's see. All right. So, what's the closest color that I have to that already? I feel like it is this color, and then I could add probably those two. Let's try this one, and I'm going to add a bit of orange to it and see if that does what we want it to. And that one I'll add a little bit more blue to. That one, I should say. Oh, this paint is so thick. Hold on. This one needs a paint pot. And to be super shook. So let's see what we can do here for a sec, just to see if we can get the color right. All right, so we've got like a mustard. Let's zoom in a bit. Let's bring this down to here, and let's see how we can do this. Doing okay, Lorna? I need a palette knife like those TikTok accounts. That might do, this might do it though. It's getting there. I might have been able to go the other way with it. Go more on the orange side. I want it more brown, I think, though, than orange. Because I really am not... I don't want to do the orange and the blue, but it's more purple. So maybe... It's really hard to show a shade on camera, right? Because it's not always gonna look the same as what I'm seeing in person. Like this is now the closest. So if I add in maybe a little bit more of this and maybe a drop of, maybe even a drop of the kind of the gray taupe. Let's just see what that does. Keep the purple away. I could use a gold instead of that color, couldn't I? And save myself a whole heck of a lot of trouble. Why don't I do that? Let's do that. We're going to substitute that for gold. So let's do the gray blues and some purples and golds. I think it's really, it's a pretty color, but I don't know that it goes with what I see in the background. But maybe it is. I could use that and then gold on top of that. That could be pretty. Now let's see what happens when we add in just a little drop of light buttermilk. Let's see. It's much more orange in person. This is where having some knowledge like Christina Lee has of color theory and stuff makes her such an expert, right? Yeah, I could just... And that's not orange enough anymore. Nope, you don't have to paint the inside of the tissue box. Nope. That's definitely not the right color. Now I'm just making a mess. It's a pretty color, though. It's like a terracotta. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do about that. So. I think we will do that kind of purpley color. We'll do the light pink of cotton candy. We'll do here. So let's zoom out here. So we'll add in cotton candy, this kind of bluey color, and then we're going to make that darker by adding in some blue. And then we're going to bring in the plum. And you know what? We could bring in a teal too. So what if we have like the plums and the plum and pink? We'll lighten up the plum a bit. No, I don't want to add that one in there. What one are you? What one are you? What one are you? Okay, so you're that one. All right, well, we'll have to figure it out. Yeah, because to me the buttermilk looked bluish on camera. Yeah. It's so bizarre. But it's also thinner, right? Like with the brush stroke, it's going to look thinner and bluer because it's going to be a thinner brush stroke going through. And that's, unfortunately, super important, right? And that's something I have to take into consideration too, because if the blue shows through, that's going to create some depth for us on its own, which is kind of cool. Because we could kind of work with that then, right? To say, like, light to dark on these colors. You didn't, Tina? Yeah, I didn't either. You agree, Lorna? Okay, cool. Yeah, gold is always good. So which four? So you think I should do kind of like this terracotta, the pink, the purple, and the blue? And then I could add in, excuse me, like the gray taupe. Hang on. So I could add in like that gray color, or I could add in one of these kind of greeny grays. Do we need it though? Oh, it's a head scratcher. Yeah, that would work good too. And maybe I could use buttermilk instead of white. Or I could use like the light pink and the light pink lavender, and then when it goes over navy, it'll look darker in the middle. And then maybe the gray, the blue in the other. All right, well, let's do this. Let's take away this light pink for now. No, we'll keep it, but it'll be a mixing color. And then we'll have our navy that we will add here to this one. We'll just add it one drop at a time. We'll have that together. So that's our pinks and purples and our terracotta. And then do we do rose gold, or do we do, let's have a look at a couple of them. Let's see what we got. So we have rose gold, champagne gold. We might not even need the gold though, because I could put a bronze or a copper on top of that and that would look pretty. The rose gold would look pretty on top of the terracotta. Ooh, fire opal. That's a good idea, Tina. Oh, shit. So the copper, and it could be like top dots on the terracotta. Hi, Eva. How you doing? No, so you know how we do, what Tina's referring to there, Steffi, is you know how we'll do the colors and I'll do the tip of the paintbrush in a color and then like put the whole brush in and then dip the tip in and it'll change color as I paint it? That's definitely what I can do for sure. Yeah, I'm not sure I need the gold. I'm not sure I need the copper, but I can keep the copper out and we can find something to add in there after and just use it as some slight accents because the terracotta might be good. So if I can get a couple, if I can get a paint palette or paint pots clean, then we can mix these custom colors and add them in here because there's some really pretty ones here. It's different, right? We can see how it goes. All right, let's do that then. Okay, yeah, let's do that. I'll do some mixing, I'll get some paint pots clean, and then we can kind of go from there. All right, give me 2 seconds, you guys. I'll be right back. I just gotta check on something. 1 second. Just that checking. I thought I heard an Amazon order. Tries to steal the terracotta's thunder. Yeah, I feel like you might be right. I feel like maybe like a really light terracotta with a little bit more yellow in it, kind of like we can see in the yellow in the background there. That could be kind of cool. Oh, yeah. Yes, that's right, too. She will. She'll paint with white first, and then she'll paint back over it with her colored paint. I haven't mastered that yet. I can never seem to manage to paint over all of the white. Like, I always manage to leave some of the white showing. But that's always an option for sure, too. Thank you for that, Tina. I forgot about that. Okay, so let's do that. I think that is the closest to that color that I've got. And then we'll have that one there. We'll have a slightly darker one there. We'll have this kind of denim-y blue here. I can even add in a drop of teal just to kind of change the color a little bit. And we'll have like the light yellow handy. We'll have the light pink handy for like the colors over here. And I can even add some blue in. I'll try and create, let's do the 5 colors, maybe 6. I've got a paint pot strip that has 6, so maybe even trying that. We'll see. Eva, I had a very difficult day. I'm so sorry to hear that. I had a biopsy taken today. Now I have to wait for the results. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're sending you so much love and good thoughts on that, Eva. I hope that it's all great news. I hope. Now, one of the other options is to take like a green and these kind of blues and then maybe add in like a mustard and a cream. Or for that one, we could do like those. I don't know. It's so hard. It's so hard when you're waiting to try and figure out what's happening and you don't know when it's happening or what the hell's happening. 10 days. Oh, what a long time. If they know sooner, will they call you sooner? I guess that's a double-edged sword, right? You want them to call you sooner because you want to stop waiting, but then at the same time, you're like, why are you calling me sooner? Oh, Eva, our hearts are with you, my friend. Absolutely with you. And if there's anything we can do to help support you, please say the word. What if I did those 3, kind of like in this, you guys? What about these 3 and like a champagne gold on navy. That's a long time to wait, eh? That's terrible. How can we help you? How can we help you, Eva? Is there anything that we can do for you? Of course, we'll continue to let you know that we love you. But is there anything that we can do? Yeah. It'd be hard not to worry. It'd be really hard not to worry. Like, how would you not worry? How do you not, how do you not worry? I'm so sorry, Eva. How are you feeling after the biopsy this morning physically? Are you okay? Are you in pain? Are you all right? I'm so sorry, lovely. It is. It's so long. That's terrible. They shouldn't make you wait that long. I know there's so many things out of their control too. I get that, but it still sucks. Still really sucks. Yeah, we love you. Evie, can you do some painting in the meanwhile to take some of your mind off it? That's a really good idea. Yeah, what do you have? Do you have something that you can do to help you kind of stay distracted a little while? Is there anything that you can do for that? It's so hard. Too much time to let your mind run away with all the different possibilities, eh? I'm so sorry, lovely. Oh, your abdomen hurts. To try doing some painting? Good. Good. I'm glad to hear that. That'll be good for you. I think we're done with colors for today, you guys. I think that that's it. Now there's another one that could be kind of cool. Taupe. Green. With sage blue. Yes, exactly. That's what we are here for, to help distract you whenever we can. My brain is such a jerk. I always get awful thoughts and then it's fine. And then I'm like, well, that was exhausting, right? We put ourselves through so much, right? But it's damn close to impossible not to. Right? Like how do we not do that? It's so hard not to. So try to give yourself some grace too, Eva, when you can, and anybody else who's going through stuff like this. You know, try and give yourself a little bit of grace as well, to give yourself some time and to go through all of the different emotions that you're gonna go through. You're just gonna. Because there's a lot. There's a lot hitting you all at once. Yep. This group is incredible. Oh, we love you to bits. We love you to bits. And I wish there was more we could do to help you. Very much so. Need that winning lottery ticket this weekend so we can just start changing lives and get going with it, right? No. Oh no! Sorry, I hit the wrong button there for a second. Sarah, hi. How are ya? My husband worries about nothing and I worry about everyone and everything every moment. It's so nice to have a blank slate in the brain, eh? That just stops. It is the lie, Sarah. It's good to see ya. Yeah, for only another 5 minutes or so, but it's good to see you. Oh, enjoy yours too, Patty. What about that? What if we did that and that? And that. And that. We can do those. That's bathroomy. You're doing okay? Anything exciting happening for the weekend? See you later, Patty. If you are around this evening from 8 until 10, I will be on TikTok for sure. You're hanging in, Sarah? No, I won't see you tonight, Lorna. Seeing friends Saturday and Sunday. Wonderful. That'll be lovely, Sarah. That sounds great. I'm doing good, Sarah. Thank you so much for asking. Good night, Lorna. Lots of love to you too. Have a great time painting. Have a great time painting. And for anybody who is around tonight to come and hang out on TikTok, I will be there from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. And then Symmetry Seekers, we have a new workshop tomorrow. This is the colors that we're messing around with now to try and figure that out. And we're going to do a brushwork, a series of brushwork paintings for this weekend's workshop. So if you're around then, and then tomorrow night I will be back on YouTube here. But thank you for staying and hanging out with me during such a disjointed and kind of discombobulated afternoon. I appreciate you very, very much. And I am hopeful that we'll get to spend more time again real soon if I don't see you guys for the rest of the weekend. I love you to bits. I will see you guys a little bit later. And thank you again for just the company and just the great conversation and, yeah, the great company. I love you guys to bits. We'll see you soon. Bye.